This is Valley News Live at noon.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Johnson. West Fargo police and school officials say 3 shooting threats made this week have been deemed not credible. In fact, just this morning, the school district said that the police have deemed the threat made about Cheney Middle School to be not credible, and school officials say the police are certain that those involved are in custody. Meanwhile, there were 2 other threats made in West Fargo schools late last night. We were the first alerted to a potential threat made to Liberty Middle School through our whistleblower hotline. And police said that a screenshot of the threat circulating on Facebook saying a student threatened to shoot up the school on Friday was also not credible. Then we learned of another post targeting Heritage Middle School. Their principal sent out an email to parents saying that they are aware of the threat of school violence made toward HMS, but the threat is not believed to be directed at this Heritage Middle School. Meanwhile, we have learned that these same threats have made it out to western part of the state. The Bismarck Police Department said that they were also aware of a Snapchat with a caption stating HMS be ready. Police say there is a stock photo of that picture found in numerous locations on the internet, which is exactly the same picture seen in the snap. Bismarck police also say these pictures originated outside of North Dakota and even quite possibly outside of the United States. You may have noticed it was a bit warmer this morning. Lisa Green is here to tell us how long these temperatures will stick around. Lisa?
Well, good afternoon. Yes, it was feeling a lot better stepping out the door, and it continues to as we make our way into the afternoon. And it looks nice out there too. We've got that beautiful blue sky and sunshine in Grand Forks. Still a bit of a wind. You can see that over into our flags on the right-hand side of the screen at Home of Economy. But overall, we've got some pretty nice weather. Here's a look at the Red River Bridge in Fargo. We've got conditions that are above freezing now, so it might get a little slushy in those areas where we still have some snow or ice on the roads. We're at 33 degrees there. Grand Forks is at 32. Jamestown 35 degrees right now, nice and mild. Bemidji's at 27 and Fergus Falls 30. We've got some sunshine in Devil's Lake. It does depend where you are, what kind of cloud cover you're experiencing. A lot of us in Devil's Lake and Jamestown, we've cleared out. Anywhere where you see movement on our black and white version of our visible satellite map, those are clouds moving through. So we're still working on clearing them in many areas, but they're moving to the east, and we're going to see some more sunshine as the day goes along. You can also see that there are some snow showers that have been exiting as well. So here's our planner for Grand Forks. Expect to have some sunshine, partly cloudy skies essentially here today. Temperatures into the low 30s, and we'll clear out into the evening with that southwest wind. I'm hoping we can keep those temperatures up a little bit more today, and we'll talk more about this warm up and some changes coming up here as we head into the 7-day planner too. All of that in just a couple of minutes.
Well, that sounds good. I can't wait to hear about it. Thanks so much, Lisa. A Canadian man has been sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison after he was pulled over in northern Minnesota earlier this year with dozens of guns in his vehicle. The United States Attorney's Office says Dane Sitladine was convicted of being an unlawful alien in possession of firearms. The criminal complaint states that a Minnesota State Patrol trooper pulled over Mazumel Aiden Addo and Sitladine near Fergus Falls on the night of January 10th after Addo was clocked speeding near 100 miles per hour. The trooper asked to search the vehicle after smelling marijuana, which Addo consented to, but asked that none of their bags be searched. After further investigation, troopers confiscated 67 firearms and several ammo magazines in the vehicle. They also found out that Sitladine had other warrants out for him. A man from Douglas, North Dakota will serve 6 days in jail for assaulting a 9-year-old boy during a snowball fight. Prosecutors say 2 years ago, 70-year-old Gordon Van Hassel knocked the boy to the ground and repeatedly hit and kicked him after getting hit by a snowball. Van Hassel claims a group of kids were throwing snowballs and rocks at him and his dog. He agreed to plead guilty for a lesser charge. Of all the joys of the holiday season it is supposed to bring, there is also a downside. 'Tis the season for warm-up thefts. Stealing a car or taking something from it when it's left running and unattended in cold weather. The U.S. Department of Education says a vehicle is stolen every 44 seconds, and half of those are because the keys are left in the ignition. Police recommend you park in a high-traffic area that is well lit, or use a spare key to lock your car while it's warming up. Former Senator Bob Dole was honored in Washington, D.C. today. President Joe Biden and others gathered at the U.S. Capitol, where Dole served in Congress for 36 years. Lawmakers say that he was known for his bipartisan work, especially championing the Americans with Disabilities Act. He also served in World War II, where he was severely injured. Senator Bob Dole died Sunday at 98 years old. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration just authorized Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 boosters for 16 and 17-year-olds. It's the first COVID-19 booster authorized for that age group. Like adults, 16 and 17-year-olds are now eligible to receive a booster dose months after their second dose of the Pfizer and BioNTech vaccine. The move comes a day after Pfizer released studies showing 2 doses plus the boosters are enough to neutralize the Omicron variant. With the new variant becoming a threat, health experts say there is an even greater urgency to take whatever steps possible to protect yourself.
Unless we really double down on what we're doing, we could see an increased spike that goes even higher than that as we get deeper into December and January.
For now, it is the Delta variant that's causing the most infections. 4 states are currently seeing record hospitalizations compared to any point during the pandemic. Families of nearly 61 million children could get their last child tax credit payment this month if Congress doesn't act soon. President Biden's Build Back Better agenda, which passed the House, includes a 1-year extension of the monthly payments, but the legislation faces an uphill battle in the Senate. The IRS told some lawmakers that the bill needs to be passed in 19 days in order for the payments to continue in January. Coming up at noon, there's a surge in gift card scams, what you should look out for. But next, Lisa Green is here with a look at the weather to plan your day.